Who doesn't want to be more confident? We all want to be more confident, but the issue with our perception of confidence is that most of the time we think that it comes from the external, when in reality, it doesn't. In this video, we'll explore 5 ways to build real, long-lasting inner confidence that radiates from within. So get settled to add new moves to unlock your power of true confidence and create a life full of fulfillment and empowerment. Welcome to Conscious Matters. I'm Melissa. On this channel, I talk about conscious living through empowerment and holistic wellness, especially mindfulness. So let's start with the basics. Understanding inner confidence. If you watch my video about stopping to seek external validation, you probably know that already. But in a nutshell, inner confidence goes beyond external validation and actually relies on cultivating a deep sense of self-belief. It begins with loving and accepting ourselves for who we are, recognizing our inherent worth, and embracing our unique journey. So it's pretty simple when we think about it. It's by understanding that our value comes from within, we can nurture a solid foundation of inner confidence that withstands any external circumstances. Situations, people, what was said about us, what was written about us, all of that doesn't really matter anymore when you have that inner deep confidence rooted in self-belief. So how do we do that? How we get to that point of being rooted in self-belief? How do we gain that inner confidence from within? First step, embracing your authenticity. I won't say that enough. Embracing your authenticity, your uniqueness, your unique past, your unique gifts is where it all starts. In a world that constantly pushes us to compare ourselves to each other, it's essential to celebrate our own authenticity. Each one of us possesses a unique blend of qualities, talents, and strength that contributes to our own individuality. I like thinking that every single one of us has their own movie going on, and we're all different characters. Sometimes the movie might be kind of similar, but it's never the same, first of all, and even though it's similar, we still have very distinctive roles in that movie. So when you have different movies and different roles or characters in whatever movie your life is, how can you compare? You cannot compare. It's a whole different storyline. It's a whole different storyline, it's a whole different script, it's a whole different editing through your own choices and how you go about your life. So at the end of the day, even though we compare, there's nothing to compare. It will never match because we're all so unique in our own ways. And it's by embracing our authentic selves that we can unlock a sense of freedom, first of all, because it's not that much pressure anymore to be like, oh, you're better than me, or you're doing better than me, or you're more advanced than me. Since you have your own story, your own set of gifts and talents and strength, and weaknesses too, of course, it really does release the pressure of trying to be a certain way when it's not your way. And your own way cannot be replicated by others. Just like the way others do, it cannot be replicated by you because you have your own essence, your own imprint on how you approach things, how you express yourself, how you visualize everything that you want to embark on. Everything has already been created, and it's just a matter of how we put our own personal touch on the thing that was already created by someone else, maybe in present times or way in the past, but it can always be recreated in a personal way. Comparison can be really dangerous because at the end of the day, you end up losing your own originality, your own uniqueness, your own authenticity, and you're trying to fit a mold that was not meant for you, that is not fitting for you. You can try to force into it, but at the end of the day, is it really worth it to try to be someone else that you're not because of societal expectations, of peer pressure, of your own insecurities that also bring jealousy and icky feelings towards others? And you don't want that. You don't want to project icky feelings towards others when they are living their own life, when they are writing their own story, when they are embracing their own main character of their own story. I made a whole video about comparison. You can check it out if you're interested in learning more and how you can release that habit of comparing yourself. And I was talking about jealousy before. Like everything, it's not all 100% bad because jealousy can also show you where your desires lie. Maybe you jealous because that person is embodying a personality trait that you have in yourself, but you're not really sure on how to express it yet. You're not fully comfortable with that personality trait. It can be confidence, it can be the speech, it can be so many things. But try to, every time that you compare yourself, because I think it's also human wiring in a way that we all kind of looking at each other and trying to scale ourselves and see where we are in the grand scheme of things, at which level we are. So every time that you feel that comparison habit coming back into your life, catch yourself, see, okay, maybe I'm jealous because X, Y, and Z. Instead of projecting negativity towards the other person who's honoring their true self or being fully committed to their own self and their own story, see how you can cultivate that for yourself. Try to uncover what are you jealous about, and then uncover why and cultivate that within yourself. Try to see, okay, they have a great relationship. Maybe I should try to see how I can work on myself to embody the traits that they are displaying so I can attract also a partner that will match those traits or whatever it might be. So embrace your quirks, pursue your passions, and let go of comparison, of being jealous of others. Look into yourself, make a list of your qualities, make a list of your strengths, and see how magnificent you already are, and try to double down on each one of them so you can fully be aligned with what you were given, what you were blessed with, and making the best out of them. I mean, you wouldn't be on Conscious Matters channel if I didn't talk about inner dialogue, if I didn't talk about positive self-talk. I believe that the second step to achieve real long-lasting inner confidence is through cultivating positive self-talk. I won't say that enough, but our inner dialogue has the power to shape our confidence and our perception on things, on who we are, on others. Negative self-talk is a barrier to build inner confidence. If you're constantly talking yourself down, if you're always nitpicking yourself, highlighting your insecurities, obviously you're not going to become confident. But you can change that. Like I said in so many videos now, by consciously cultivating positive self-talk, we can rewire and reprogram our minds to not only support, but motivate and uplift us. The work starts with you. The work starts from within. Most importantly, from your mind. Because the way that you think and talk to yourself is really a game changer. So start by recognizing and challenging your negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. If you want to know how to do that, you can check out the videos I made about self-doubt, about negative self-talk, about self-sabotage, about imposter syndrome. Really ask yourself every time that a negative self-talk comes to crush the confidence that you're trying to build, ask if it's really true. Most of the time, our negative self-talk and our self-doubts are just ruminating in our heads, but they stem from past experiences. They stem from something that someone told us in the past, in our childhood, and it has nothing to do with what is going on right now. So always challenge your thoughts, always be in the present moment, and always be honest with yourself. You can really transform your life and reach inner confidence, but of course it's not going to happen right away. It's a consistent practice, and through these consistent efforts you can transform your inner dialogue and lay the foundation for unwavering, solid, strong inner confidence. To me, growth and confidence go hand in hand, and one way to foster both is getting out of your comfort zone. Yes, it's intimidating. Yes, it's completely uncomfortable. Yes, it brings a lot of uncertainty, but we can truly expand and discover our capabilities in those uncomfortable spaces. We are creators of habits. So at the end of the day, we get too comfortable in our everyday life, in our environment, with the people that we know, and we tend to stay in this little bubble instead of challenging ourselves in a recurring way, going to new places. Instead of going to the same restaurant all the time or the same cafe, let's try something else, another place, in another town, in another city, meeting new people who have different set of beliefs, who have a different culture, different upbringing, newness, trying to always look beyond of what we already know, of what we've already experienced. Learning to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Sounds weird, sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. Embracing the idea and the concept of discomfort in our everyday life is a sign of growth. And we start viewing challenges as opportunities to become a stronger version of ourselves. One that is more daring, that is more secure, that is more adventurous, and ultimately more confident. But of course, don't start with something completely crazy. Start with small steps and gradually pushing the boundaries of your own comfort zone. For example, something very simple. Instead of taking the same route to go home, once in a while, go another route. If you're going to the same cafe every single Sunday for brunch, try another one next Sunday. If you always feel so shy and always retreat in hermit mode, get out more. Maybe not every day of the week, but twice a week. Try to take a walk outside and then you keep on going. And little by little, you will build more strength into yourself. You will see that it's not that scary. And that's actually a perfect segue to the third way of building real long-lasting inner confidence. Building inner confidence requires to take action and confronting our fears head on. We are all fearful. We all have different fears. But all of those fears, even though they're justified, they cannot keep on holding you back from living a life where you are more secure within yourself, when you are more rooted within yourself, when you can bring more joy and happiness and fulfillment. Even though it's extremely important to have self-belief, it is not enough. It is not enough to just keep it in our head or in our heart. We need to demonstrate it through courageous action. And I was talking about the person who's very introverted and shy and feels fearful about talking to other people. Another person, a stranger, maybe in the street or at the grocery store or whatever, making the first step in talking to someone else. Just saying hi, which is completely out of their comfort zone, is extremely courageous to that person. So courage will look very different from one person to another, and you have to find your own threshold. And why am I saying that? Because by avoiding challenges and staying in our comfort zone, we greatly limit ourselves. We greatly limit our potential and reinforce self-doubt. We reinforce the negative thinking. We reinforce the self-sabotage, which steer us away so far from building that inner confidence. So instead of that, let's take inspired action, setting achievable goals that push us outside of our comfort zone, that make us face our fears, but breaking all of that in small steps and taking that first step, that first bold step forward. And the more that we face our fears, let's start with the tiniest fear that we have to the biggest one, going crescendo. But every time that you tackle one or you face one, the fear that you had lowers. It might not completely disappear at first, but it greatly lowers. You thought that it was so scary and that you will be completely petrified and incapable of doing that, but it's possible. And it will show you that you are capable. It will bring so much life into you too, and unwavering confidence, but true confidence, because it's something that you've experienced yourself. Despite what's going on around you, you knew the fear that you had and how much it was difficult to get out of your comfort zone, take that action and face your fear, but you still managed, you're still alive, you still overcame it. And the more that you practice, the more that you will get rid of obstacles in your life, rid of so many fears that you had. On a personal note, not even 2 years ago, I was so scared of showing myself online. I don't know where that fear came from, but I really wanted to share what I've learned, share my knowledge, share so many things, but I wouldn't. I had a paralyzing fear of showing myself. When I was doing my podcast at first in late 2019, because that was another fear of speaking up, of taking space, of sharing my truth. So I was doing these interviews with incredible wellness experts. First of all, I was only doing remote interviews and I would never ever put my webcam on. So we were talking without seeing each other. That was so weird when I think about it. And my Instagram, it was just words and images. I would not show myself. because of this irrational fear. It was not that I was different than what I am now, but it was just a huge loss of confidence along the way, because life has ups and downs, and sometimes we hold on to negative past experiences that don't allow us to keep on moving forward, to keep on using our gifts, our talents, our strength, to keep on going in our path, in our aligned path. So that was a little bit over 3 years ago. And now I'm so much online, showing my face, speaking my words. Yes, it was a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work, a lot of self-healing, a lot of therapy. But at the end of the day, I did face my fear. And here I am now. I'm astonished by the amount of content with my face on, with me showing up for my craft, me speaking my truth, me taking my space. In my mind, back then, that would be like impossible. It was impossible to me to believe that. It was just like something that I couldn't wrap my head around that would be possible for me. To me, it was for others, but not for me. And I started little by little. I started the interviews with no camera on. Then I started with my picture in the background in Instagram posts, and then having a little video of 1 or 2 minutes. And little by little, when we're taking this inspired action, when we are clear on our values, we're clear on who we are, and we are dedicated to our life missions, we are fully committed to ourselves and to keep on moving in our path, you will get there. You will get that inner confidence. You will feel so much more comfortable within yourself too. It's honestly liberating. It takes off the pressure. It brings so much peace within yourself, because you don't have to prove yourself to that person, this person. You don't have to be and do things in a certain way because the other person you're comparing to yourself to, or a societal expectation told you to be that way. It's freedom. It's freedom to actually build real, long-lasting inner confidence within yourself. Because now your well-being, your mood, your foundation within yourself doesn't depend on the external. It only depends on you. You get to choose how you feel. And that to me is the ultimate empowerment. When you're able to be rooted so much into yourself that you're not swayed away one way or the other every single time that someone says something to you, that you see someone else doing something online or wherever in real life that you feel that you were supposed to do but you're not, that you're not on top of trends because you know your authenticity and all of the trends don't resonate with you and all of that don't define you anymore. It's freedom. And not only freedom, but also resilience. You would have learned how to build resilience. Resilience is a vital component of inner confidence. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, from failures, to maintain a strong positive mindset and keep on moving forward every single time. Life is full of ups and downs, but it's our response to adversity that shapes our character. So once again, it's not overnight. Building confidence, when it comes from within, when it's real, when it's not pretend, it means that you worked on yourself, that you were honest with yourself, that you saw the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in-between within yourself, that you were able to self-accept yourself in your whole authenticity. It means that you cultivated self-love, self-care, self-acceptance, that you saw your worth clearly and that you act like it. It's all of that. Confidence, self-empowerment is not this one thing. It's just like a cake. It looks like one thing, but when we dig a little deeper, the recipe was full of different ingredients that made that cake. And to me, inner confidence, self-empowerment is the final result, but it was so much hard work done beforehand behind the scene that now you can show the result that is real long-lasting confidence. And resilience is one of the ingredients in the recipe. Cultivating resilience by reframing challenges as opportunities for growth, for learning from failures, and embracing setbacks as stepping stones towards success, but success in a way that is personal success, inner success, that you manage to tackle your insecurities, your fears, your negative self-talk, your self-doubt, your negative habits of self-sabotaging. All of this resilience building will fortify our inner confidence. Knowing that we have the strength and the determination to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. It might take time. It might not be a success right away. We might fail. We might go back to our old ways. But at the end of the day, when all of that is very strong and secure within yourself, you will get there. You will get to your goal. You will overcome that obstacle because you are finally confident from within. Once again, remember that building real long-lasting inner confidence is a journey. It's not an overnight transformation. I decide that I will be confident, so the next day I'm confident. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a lot of groundwork, but you will eventually see the end of that groundwork, and the cherry on the cake is gaining that confidence within yourself. So as a recap, embrace your uniqueness, cultivate positive self-talk through self-belief, step out of your comfort zone, even though it's extremely unsettling, give yourself a chance to prove yourself. 4, take inspired action to face your fears. You can tackle them. And 5, nurture your resilience one step at a time. With each step you take, you'll be one step closer to unleash your full potential and live a life of confidence, purpose, and fulfillment. It's never too late to start, so start today and let your inner confidence build within yourself. You got this. If you want more empowerment content, check out Conscious Matters educational portal at consciousmatters.co and subscribe to this channel. And if you haven't checked out my podcast, same name, Conscious Matters, different content, you can find it on all podcast platforms. Share in the comment section what is preventing you from building inner confidence within yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay true, keep showing up for yourself, and let your soul lead the way.